Meetings. They're a key to good management, but gosh, can they go wrong in the car industry. In this episode, we're going to talk about good meetings and bad meetings and how to do better meetings in the car industry.
Welcome to Down Payment, the podcast for used car dealers. Prepare to learn something new about the industry that keeps us moving.
Check out all our podcast content on our social media channels. We are at Down Payment Podcast on YouTube, Down Payment Podcast on Instagram, and Down Payment Pod on X. Welcome back. In this episode, we're talking about meetings, business meetings. Now, anyone that's been in the car business for any length of time has got to have some sort of meeting PTSD from this industry. We have all seen meetings go bad, and for whatever reason in the car industry, we can really struggle with putting on good meetings. And gosh, we have lots of meetings. We've got managers meetings. We have sales meetings. We have service department meetings. We have department meetings with our other departments. We have vendor meetings. We have investor meetings. We have bank meetings. We do a lot of meetings in this industry, and especially at the dealer principal level, it's possible for your life to be completely consumed by meeting after meeting. But in a lot of ways, our business's success relies on being able to have good, efficient, quality meetings. So let's talk a little bit about what makes them bad. It's good to have a little bit of introspection, look at the meetings that you're having in your business and ways that you can improve upon them. The first problem that everyone says, super long meetings. Long meetings are painful. Have you ever been to an amazing 3-hour-long meeting? Has it ever been better for a meeting to run really long and everyone comes out feeling pumped and energized and great after a strenuous, brutal, multi-hour-long meeting? I doubt it. Those are very rare. Another problem, when the meeting, for lack of a better term, when it goes bad, when you have accusations and complaints start flying across the table. Another really unpopular event in a meeting, the hijacking, where someone takes over and they use it essentially as their pulpit to speak at length, and they don't take a breath, and they make it all about them, and they talk for an exceptional length of time. Also, boring meetings. Meetings that just are mundane and boring, and they don't stimulate interaction and activity, and they don't serve a valuable purpose. Closely related, unnecessary meetings. We all are inundated with lots of meetings, and so that meeting that's unnecessary, that feels like it doesn't provide value to everyone that's participating, those are awful. Also, where meetings are the wrong people in the wrong format. So people invited to a meeting that don't need to be there, or the format doesn't work, the room is too small, there's too many people invited, or not enough people, stakeholders are missing. And then one-way communication, where the meeting is just simply a experience where you get talked to, don't have the opportunity to interact. There's no valuable two-way communication going on. With this in mind, look at your meetings and identify problems and try to make strategic changes to improve your meetings. There are some meeting best practices that can really help out here. And the first one is keep a time limit. 1 hour is typically a good meeting limit to have. Often 30 or 45 minutes can really make people efficient. For a recurring weekly meeting, it's really good if you can make that meeting last no longer than 30 or 45 minutes. If we're talking about a sales meeting, often sales meetings where we're trying to energize our sales force are best when they're kept shorter. 2 hours max is a great upper limit for basically all meetings. Very few meetings in a single session should last longer than 2 hours. Next best practice, have some ground rules and instill it in your management team to have ground rules in your meetings with them and in the meetings they conduct with their departments. No personal attacks. Meetings aren't a disciplinary forum. You shouldn't be using broad group meetings in order to hear accusations, complaints, or use it as a disciplinary format. Make sure that in a meeting, everyone has the opportunity to speak. If you're holding the meeting, if you're hosting the meeting, if you're chairing the meeting, that's your responsibility, is to make sure that everyone has the opportunity for two-way communication so that you can actually get productive stuff done. Next best practice, involve only who needs to be involved. Meetings are unfortunately inefficient, especially when they involve people that don't really need to be there. It's a waste of your company's time and resources to include them. And then really work at building a good collaborative environment in your meetings. Try to make them positive, keep ground rules in place. And if you can execute really good meetings, it's going to be good for your management team. It's going to be good for your employee workforce, and it'll contribute to the ultimate success of your dealership. And with that, it's been another episode of Down Payment, the podcast for used car dealers. Check out our podcast on all our social media channels. We are at Down Payment Podcast on YouTube, Down Payment Podcast on Instagram, and Down Payment Pod on X.
Thank you for listening. Down Payment, the podcast for used car dealers, is a production of Meta Financial Services Incorporated.